I want to welcome y'all, of course, to History 2023, course for the spring semester 2021. Of course, this is Daniel Simon, BRCC. I hope y'all are doing great out there. Hey, Taylor, come on in. What's going on? Good afternoon. So anyway, of course, I am, of course, reviewing the syllabus day, of course, today for the class, for our class, and of course, when I go over like the syllabus, use of Canvas for our class, like what kind of assignments, of course, we're going to have for our class as well. If anybody, of course, is watching live on YouTube as well, make sure let me know about that. I'll be, of course, lecturing, doing a lot of live streaming, of course, this semester with my YouTube channel, which I guess hopefully you'll see my YouTube channel, kind of viewed it and looked at it a little bit. Of course, today I'll kind of talk about what assignments we have right now that are on Canvas that y'all need to kind of start working on. Like at least one I've got right. Actually, two you'll need to work on right now, which I'll talk about the pre-test, and then I'll also talk about the research paper. There should be also probably a upcoming Canvas quiz later in the week, either Wednesday or Friday. That's also coming up as well. So this will be a very, fast-paced class, as you know. It's a 7 weeks class. So we are, at least I'm planning anyway, to have at least 3 lectures a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Have you seen that schedule so far at this point? So anyway, so as of now, you'll need to, the two things I would be working on right now is the pre-test. That should be in quizzes right now. So make sure you get that done first. Also, I do need the contract policy page uploaded to the speed grader in Canvas. So make sure you get that done as well. Hey, Samantha, looks like Samantha's joined us also as well. I'll add you in the stream. Hey, Samantha. So good afternoon. But anyway, so yeah, pre-test, make sure you get that done also as well. In the contract policy page, also try to get that done by Thursday if you can, because I think they have to, I know BRCC has to do some kind of administrative stuff with attendance and all that. So try to get that done Thursday, because that'll count towards y'all's attendance in the first week. Because my class, I do not account attendance based on, whether you watch me live or if you watch this recorded or whatever. It's all based on assignments that you do every week. Okay. So for this week, I think it's mostly the pre-test is going to be the main assignment you need to do, of course, for this week. If anybody wants to join me in StreamYard, by the way, I'm live streaming on my YouTube channel, StreamYard.com. There it is, right there. And by the way, if you have any comments and questions, like during the live stream, let me know about it. Whatever kind of question you got, I can answer it. Be quicker that way if you can just do it that way. I prefer it that way because instead of all the, echoing and all that stuff you usually get with live streaming. But and then later, if you want to, send me comments, you can, like any kind of lecture or whatever, you can send me comments, questions through my YouTube channel. You do get bonus points for that. So any kind of comment, question you make about a YouTube video that I've done, like live stream or whatever, you get bonus points for that. So don't forget, remember about that. That's pretty big. And then you won't get any points today for if you're watching live, right now. But you get points for watching the live stream and or comment questions or whatever. Also, if anybody knows what the research paper topic is, like if you've seen that in the syllabus about the research paper, you can email me, of course, at my email address, simond@mybrcc.edu. And also, if anybody's interested in that Veterans Oral History project I do with my classes at BRCC, please let me know as well. If you have a veteran or like a family member that wants to be interviewed, also email me at the same email address, simond@mybrcc.edu. And that is worth only bonus points, 200 bonus points. It's a lot of bonus points, I know, but it's only voluntary. So you don't have to actually do it. It's not like a main assignment with the class. But if you want to earn a lot of extra points, of course, that's one way you can do it with my class. I think I've got one student already did it. You've seen Ross Doucette's that we just did. That was pretty good. That actual one, if you want to watch it later, with the Korean veteran, that one was outstanding. It was pretty good. Like one of the best ones I think I've seen, so far. Yeah, that I've been doing this anyway. All right. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and open up the syllabus for you. Well, actually, not the syllabus. Let me first look at the announcements first we have right now. I'll blow it up for you. If you go into announcements right now, you'll have a bunch of them there right now, like maybe 6 or whatever it is I've got posted right now. So welcome to History 2023. Of course, you should have that main announcement you've probably already seen already. So just take a look at that. It kind of goes into like the syllabus is listed there with that page. It's also got information about the research paper. The Veterans Oral History Project is also mentioned as well right there. And then, of course, you notice on the bottom, it talks about when our meeting times are going to be. Now, it's not a sync class, as you know. It's a non-synchronous class, so it's not mandatory that you watch the lectures live. So I think majority of students will be watching probably recorded, probably 80%, I guess. So just make sure you keep up with, the lectures and the assignments, every week that I give you. Because like I said, attendance is going to be based on assignments and things like that, more or less. You can also check out my YouTube channel on the bottom. I'll kind of show it to you a little bit later if you want. But some of you probably have already gone there and looked at it. So you'll definitely need a YouTube account. I think most of you have one, I guess. I think most of you must be millennials or post-millennials. So I think just about everybody's got a YouTube, account or whatever, more or less. But you have to sign up through Google, about that overall. There are some other announcements, too, that I've got posted. If you go in here, I kind of go through them real quick here. There's different ones I've got. Of course, it talks about the pre-test, which is right here. The pre-test. So just check that out. I did move up the time on it. I think it says March 12th, but I think I moved it to March 11th. I think it says that date, but I think they're for the attendance, they're doing it Thursday or something like that. So you need to do it a little earlier. So I'll try to change that for you to get that done. But it should be March 11th on Thursday when we actually have that date when it's due. So look at that. Also, use of StreamYard. It's kind of like a cross between Zoom and Google Meet. That's kind of what StreamYard is. Of course, there's a limited amount of people that can be in StreamYard, if you know about that, which I think is like 10 students. I usually don't get that many people in StreamYard at the time. Some people like to get on YouTube also as well, watch, which it's probably easier to do that. And you can also send me comments through YouTube, and I can put it on the screen. So now, if you're in StreamYard, you can send me like a chat, comments, whatever, but I can't put it on the screen. So that's the only thing. I can only talk about it more or less. So check that out, that page, that announcement. It does talk about bonus points. Any kind of live stream participation, you get bonus points for that, which not today, but just for lectures. And then for comments, historical questions, you ask me about any kind of video, you get bonus points for that also as well. So yeah, you can rack up a lot of points. I've got some. I think some classes have already racked up like 30 or whatever. But so yeah, you can rack up a lot of bonus points, doing that. So I do give a lot of extra credit, during the semester. Okay, what else? Let's see. There's a thing about the playlist. I think the playlist has changed. I think there should be a new playlist. I think for y'all. I might have to fix that. So I don't think that's the correct playlist, but that's correct. There should be a new playlist for the second 7 weeks, which I'll send out a little later about that. It might be in that announcement now. I'll check on it, but there should be like a welcome to History 11, a Welcome to History 2023, I think, little short video that's in there already that I put up at the beginning of the semester. You have that, and then you'll have this video, which you'll have up today. You can look at also as well. What else? Did the pretest. Of course, today, right now, we're looking at this one, of course, which is right there. So we're kind of streaming right now, as you know. I don't have to. I think the playlist, I'm gonna have to fix that. It's not the correct one, so I'll check that out and try to fix all that today, more or less. But you see, I do have a planned lecture coming up, which is right here. So on Wednesday, I'll have a lecture, of course, on Reconstruction, which I'll be, of course, talking about, the development of what happens with the Reconstruction of the United States after the Civil War. I'll talk about the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. I'll get into the radical Reconstruction versus Andrew Johnson's Reconstruction that they were trying to do at that time. So primarily, the links for that will be here for YouTube, and of course StreamYard down here also as well. And you can see it's right there in 47 hours, March 10th, 1 p.m. So 1 p.m. is where I'm going to probably be streaming, because that's the time of when I've got my office hours right before that, and I've got some class in the morning. So that's typically when I'm probably going to have to do this class, more or less, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because it's going to be a compact 7 weeks that we'll have overall. So that's like my main announcements that I've got right now that you're looking at. Now, also let me look as well at some other things you can go ahead and start looking at too on Canvas. Of course, assignments, you do have some up right now. There's a bunch of stuff in there, but if you go to quizzes, let me go there first. You should have the pretest right now, which is due March 11th, Thursday at noon, because I've changed the time on it. Later on, we're going to have a quiz on this, which is Reconstruction, which I'm thinking at the end of the week, we'll probably have one, most likely, which will be probably, looks like March 12th, Friday. So that's going to be upcoming, that assignment. If you go to assignments, there should be an assignment on the research paper, which is right here. Right now, you want to just go ahead and pick out, what historical topic that you want to do for your paper. Just make sure it's between really 1865, starting with the Lincoln assassination, Reconstruction, and going up to the right now, what's going on in the United States. Make sure you kind of develop a more narrow topic. I think some students sent me a historical topic, which you want to do some on the Trump administration, I guess is what he wants. But you need to make sure you narrow it down. Like you're going to do like President Obama or whatever, you need to maybe narrow it down to a certain specific thing that he did, like Obamacare or whatever it is you want to do on him. You need to narrow it down to a specific topic. Okay. So you're going to have like primary, secondary sources, like primary sources or historical sources from like the period of when that event or person lived. So it might be like historical works, biographies, letters, documents, journals, etc. And then secondary sources might be stuff written later, like in modern times, newspaper articles, books, etc. Like that. It does have like directions in it, which you see on the bottom, more or less. And it does have a due date too. April 23rd, Friday, looks like it's going to be the due date for it, which are down there. I do have a writing rubric I added too on the bottom. You want to look at that also as well. So you can just kind of go back through and kind of look at that assignment. You may have to get some, online stuff, on the internet. You might have to go to the library, etc. You may have to buy some books, possibly, if it's a specific book you want, maybe on the Abraham Lincoln assassination or whatever it is. You may have to get a book about it also as well, which is good reading and information, And also you have textbooks I give you too as well. You might be able to use as a source as well. So that's like the main assignments I have right now. I'll have more later, during the semester overall. Now, if you go down to where it says files, That's just information about the class, various files, which might be lectures, assignments, and other information about the class. Some of these I'll be using later during the semester, but if you want to search for something specifically, you might want to go in there as well. Syllabus is put here. It's in multiple places. I've got it here. I've got it that first announcements, Welcome History 2023. And it's also, I think, in modules as well. So it does give you like a course summary on this page also as well. Quiz, I just showed you that. Modules, of course, there should be a bunch of things in there right now. So yeah, you already got the pre-test, which is right here. So you can go in there, take it. Also, you can upload the student contract policy page here. You go in here. There should be a speed grader thing at the top right where you click into it. It takes you to the bottom, and you post the contract policy page in there with the whole syllabus in there. That is worth 5 bonus points, by the way, for that. So you get 10 points for the pre-test, 5 points for that also as well. There are some other stuff on the bottom, like not that much in there, but it does give you like the stuff we're going to upcoming, like the syllabus day, review day, reconstruction. But some of this is kind of ongoing because I'm not sure what we're going to be doing over the next few weeks schedule-wise, but I'm going to redo that later. There should be study guide stuff where you kind of follow and kind of review for later during the semester. I'm not sure we'll be able to review, because it's such a compact, class, 7 weeks. But of course, that's great about my YouTube channel is you can go back and, rewatch the lectures, I guess, many times you want, pretty much. They're pretty much up there. It does have closed captioning, by the way, pretty much, YouTube does as well. And I will be using like banners that I'll be putting on the screen, which are important topics as well that we're lecturing on. Academic calendar is right here, of course. If you want to look at that as well. Also, there should be office hours listed. I pretty much have my office hours from Monday through Friday, 10:30 to 12 p.m., pretty much online. I do have contact, of course, information, email, phone or text also as well. And of course, I'm not on campus, of course, so that's my number as well. If you want to meet online, virtual, we can kind of probably set something up like that also as well if you want to as well. On the bottom, they've also got the oral history guidelines for the Veterans Project, so check that out also as well. They don't have to actually be in a war, which most of them are, some kind of conflict or something, but they could be like in the Cold War or something like that as well. So do check out, you can go to my YouTube channel, but you can check out some of the interviews that have been done so far. Those are some of the best ones that have been done, or ones that have been completed, that have been done right, that I've got posted right now on my YouTube channel. There's also in the modules, there's a thing about Proctorio. If you want to look about that, about proctored exams. I don't really use that, by the way, for my classes. Most of my quizzes, exams are, I guess, will be open notes pretty much. So anyway, so that's kind of like a tour of all the stuff I got posted right now in Canvas. Okay, I see, Taylor. You're doing some kind of text entry into the syllabus. I can't put it on the screen. That's okay. Yeah, it's fine. I guess if you're gonna. Yeah, I think I saw that. Didn't you already do that? Thought I did. That's fine with me about that. That's good. So anyway, let me go ahead and look at the syllabus real quick. I need to go ahead and do that and open that up so y'all can take a look at that to get an idea of the syllabus for the semester. So here it is, right? I'll blow it up, of course, right here. Anyway, it does get like contact information in it as well, which you can see there pretty much online. My office is actually LA 328, third floor of the Louisiana building, but I haven't been there in about a year. Just kind of funny. But Anyway, but yeah, so I'm online. I'm at home, of course. But phone numbers there are, of course, my main number is 937-9242-225 area code. I do have an office number like at work, but I wouldn't worry about that one. Email address, simond@mybrc.edu, of course, as I've talked about as well. I think those office hours are off, by the way, which are listed there, but that's okay. I've got those online, of course, in modules for you. Now, this is a survey class, so it's like a lecture-based type class where it's kind of like broad material course on American history. Of course, I start with Reconstruction right after the Civil War. We usually talk about Reconstruction, the Lincoln assassination. These are the first two things we kind of go into. And it's going to cover all the way up to, like, hopefully the Cold War era. Is about mostly, I think last semester I got up to, like, around the time of Barack Obama and all that. So hopefully we'll try to get up that far. But this is a 7 weeks class. Everything's compressed. So we'll see how that goes with that. So it kind of goes through like the course goals, learning outcomes. Now, I don't actually use a textbook from the BRC bookstore. I'm kind of used to using an OER textbook. So those are two of them you can kind of look at right now. I believe the one that's I think the first one I think might be the best one of the two, the OpenStax version. That one's actually I think pretty good on U.S. history. So if you want to use that as a source, you can, like say for a paper or whatever, or if you want to look up historical topics, of course, on American history, you can also do that as well. Also, other things, of course, in the syllabus as well. Of course, you see on the going down here, we've got also, there'll be like 3 exams in the semester that we're going to have, which they're not cumulative. It's pretty much whatever we cover during that period. Although I think this semester, I'm probably going to limit it to like just a certain amount of lectures, like maybe 4 lectures or something like that. I'm not going to have like big, extensive exams, I think, this semester, like I did last year. But they are going to be worth 200 points each. So you got 3 of those. First exam, a second exam, and then a final exam during finals week. Most of my exams are usually multiple choice, but I might have a mix of other questions like matching or something like that. I usually don't do essay. I used to do essay, but since everything's online now, it's easier just to do, matching, multiple choice, and other kind of similar kind of questions, more or less. So I've kind of substituted the essay for the research paper. So I got that in there now instead, a research paper, which of course will be due, like I said, at the end of the semester. Also, I'll have various quizzes throughout the semester. That's most of your main grades are quizzes, pretty much the research paper and exams. And so we'll have different kinds of quizzes. We'll have quizzes on lectures. We'll probably have some quizzes on like video documentaries, like on historical events, etc. And I do have attendance points also as well that you get in the semester, which is like 150, which is based on assignments during the semester that you complete. There's also, like I said, the pre-test. So make sure you see that as well, which I have posted already, which needs to be done by Thursday. There's also some bonus assignments I've got posted as well. If you go to assignments, it says 10 bonus points, but I think they're actually worth 15 bonus points. That's I think how much they're worth actually. I'm given for those. Now, of course, I already mentioned about the BRCC Veterans Oral History Project to start a couple years ago. So that's worth 200 bonus points toward the semester. But like I said, it's not a voluntary type project. So you might even have difficulty trying to find a veteran sometimes. But if you know a family member, friend that is a veteran, or yourself, by the way, if you're a veteran yourself, you can also do the interview as well. Like, so have someone interview you or something like that. There's the grading scale, 10-point scale during the semester. Of course, I already talked about the bonus assignments, but there they are on the bottom, kind of an example there, but they should be listed in the assignments on Canvas right now. Also, make sure you don't plagiarize during the semester, like with your paper or other assignments, like bonus papers or whatever it is. Make sure you do your own work. There are different degrees, of course, of plagiarism. If you look at the BRCC student handbook and all that, so make sure you make sure you follow that guideline right there. Also, there's information in the syllabus about safety. Just kind of look at that, but a lot of this probably isn't going to matter for us unless you're on campus. So most of you might be probably online watching this somewhere at home or wherever it is, library or wherever it is. But BRCC does have this emergency text messaging and email system you might want to know about called BRCC Connect. You might want to know about that because I know when they had the winter storm and all of that, they had to cancel classes. So you might want to be signed up for that also as well. There's also a student code of conduct. That's also in the BRC student handbook. Check that out as well. Obviously, online class, you want to be, look a certain way. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. Some people just put a picture up, whatever you want to do. I don't really care about that because, this is not a sync class anyway. So this is a non-synchronous class. And like I said, most of you will probably be watching this recorded, of course, after I've streamed it. If you do come on campus, make sure you have a student ID parking tag as well. Make sure you realize that BRC does offer like tutoring, academic learning center. I'm not sure if they have like my discipline, like history or not. I know that a lot of the big ones like math, English, science, they have a lot of tutors, of course, that can help you. Also, disability services as well. Also has some stuff too if you have a disability as well. Not sure how they're doing the testing center this year, but I know they're doing proctoring. I know with Proctorio also as well. If you do have a disability and you want extra time, usually the only way I can do it with like a quiz or exam is more than like 2 attempts, like 3 or something like that. So usually for my exams and quizzes, I give 2 attempts on the assignment. Of course, don't forget, like I said, to look at the research paper, blurb that's in the syllabus. Go ahead and, like I said, take a look at that right now. Right now, in the first week or two, you want to go ahead and decide what research topic you want to do for your paper. And email that to me. Like I said, make sure kind of try to narrow it down the topic. Like if it's like a broad topic, like President Obama or whatever, you need to kind of narrow it down to some certain thing that happened. Like under Obama, you had like they killed like Osama bin Laden or something like that, or something like that's a good topic right there as an example. Under Obama, that would be one you could probably write about with the Navy SEALs, that took him out and all that. So just kind of give you an example. Or if you're doing John F. Kennedy or something like that, obviously a popular topic, is the Kennedy assassination. Well, I've already got a few students doing that right now. In this class and another one. So I already talked about the sources and all that, but like this stuff right here, make sure it has a cover page, of course, double spacing, 12 font. You do have a minimum, of course, link there you can see to the paper. So obviously about around 4 pages, I guess, double spaced is the link, of course, you want. Some kind of bibliography page, listing your sources you used. I think you have to have at least one primary source I know for your paper, and all the rest can be secondary sources that you can use as well. You can stick to MLA style too, for like cover page citations is fine with me overall. So I told you April, I think 23rd, I think is the due date, which I believe was a Friday. So it's worth later. It's worth 200 points and due later. More toward the end of the semester and all that. Also, make sure you look at the student contract policy page. Just kind of fill that out or whatever, and get that to me, or just explain. Or the other thing, you can just email me and say that you agree to the terms in it. Because also you can do that too. Some students just email me and say they agree to it or whatever. That's fine as well, and I'll give you points for that, 5 bonus points. Or if you want to just upload it to the speed grader under the assignment, you can also do that as well. So that goes into like, attendance policies. You can see they're listed, which, like I said, attendance is going to be based off of assignments that are done during the semester. So it's not based off of if you watch the lecture or not, live or recorded, whatever. It's based off of assignments only. Now, if you miss, information about the class, obviously you can go back and look at the lectures because they're on YouTube. So there's obviously no excuse about that since they're up there. Now, keep up with announcements. Usually send out announcements just about every day, either about a lecture or about an upcoming assignment that's due. So check your, Canvas and your email like you're checking your Facebook page, that kind of deal. Like it says, Academic Learning Center does have like tutoring, but I don't know if it has it for my class or not, but sometimes they do occasionally. Might even be some of my ex-students that have been in one of my classes. Who knows? Possibly. So attendance will be taken every week, of course, you see there. But if you get excessive absences, you can drop the class or any class using a drop form. I think the academic calendar, either mine or the one on BRCC's website, I think has a drop date, as a final drop date. So make sure that you, of course, do that before that date expires if you need to drop. Attendance participation points for the semester. You do get up to 150 points, of course. I think most students get that, because this online thing, there's just not as many people absent, with assignments, etc. But I guess if you do, you won't get all the points if you have a lot. I do have makeups. Like during the semester, I do give makeup periods, which I'll try to do like halfway through, but usually around midterm, I have a makeup period that I usually have for certain assignments that you missed as well. Usually I do makeup exams sometime also at the end of the semester, especially if I have excuses or whatever. But let me notify me if you miss like an assignment or whatever. We can try to maybe set up a makeup day of maybe a day or two for you to get it, made up. That way you don't end up with a 0 on the assignment. So I am kind of big into makeups. Started doing that a couple years ago, and just try to boost students' grades, but also to keep students in class and all that retention, etc. So let's see. There should be some stuff on the bottom I added, just information I forgot to put in there, but here it is, of course, information. Of course, there's more about the Veterans Project I kind of put in there also as well, which there's more stuff in there. If you go to the actual guidelines that are in module, just go ahead and look at that on Canvas and all that, and take a look at that. But if you interested in that project, let me know and email me about that or other stuff as well. Also, I do have an exemption for the final. Any student that has an A+ going into the final does not have to take the final exam. So that would obviously include assignments that you need to finish at the end, paper or whatever it is. But that's something I do, of course, during the semester. That's unique. I guess that's why some people like to take me, because I guess they think they might get exempt or whatever. So anyway, so yeah, it's a possibility if you do have a high grade going into the final that you could do that. Also in the back of the syllabus, the BRCC makes us put in like a bunch of policies about military stuff, like military absences. So check that out. Looks like pages 6 to 9, I think, are on that, I believe. It's in the back, I know. They also have the one on the student athlete absence policy as well. So those are on there in case they have to travel to like a game or something like that. And so those are there as well. So that's all stuff I've got there right now, pretty much. So that's pretty much your syllabus, that you're looking at overall. So right now, like I said, you want to go ahead and start, take that pre-test, get that done by Thursday. I'll try to maybe like I said, noontime, try to get it done this week. Also, the contract policy page in the syllabus, take a look at that, turn that in, or email me that you agree to the terms in my syllabus. And then also start, talking about, what kind of, research paper topic you want to do for the semester. Email me about that. Let me know, what kind of project you want to do for that overall. And if you're interested in that veterans project, let me know as well. So that's about mostly all the information I'm going to talk about today for the syllabus review. I don't know if anybody had any questions. I know Taylor, Samantha. Taylor saying no questions. Samantha, I don't know if Samantha had any questions or not. I don't think I see her on there right now, more or less. But I don't think anybody on YouTube had any questions as well right now. But if you have any questions later, about this review over the syllabus and use of Canvas, let me know later. You can just send me a comment on my channel, or you can just email me at my email address, simond at mybrcc.edu. Like I said, I think I told you on Wednesday, March 10th, of course, I'll be doing my first lecture, which will be on the Reconstruction era. That period after the post-Civil War period in American history. I'll kind of cover, Reconstruction, what happens in the United States. I'll even, of course, go into like the Lincoln assassination is one of the big things I'll kind of talk about that day. And I should already have like an announcement about it right now that's been posted that you can kind of take a look at. It should be already up, I think, now, because I think I posted it, I want to say yesterday. I did. So I hope everybody has a great semester. Not in this class, but just in the spring semester overall. So if you got any like comments, whatever questions, you can always email me. Like I said, I'm pretty much around all the time. It's like I worked 7 days a week with this with this class in my YouTube channel. That's a lot of time going into that. So I'll see y'all on Wednesday. So like I said, go ahead and start preparing for the week, and make sure you have some kind of way to take notes too. Also, of course, coming up on Wednesday for the lecture on Reconstruction. So y'all take care, and I'll see you later in the week on Wednesday. So see you, Taylor, Samantha, and others, of course, that are out there as well.